Hello everybody, welcome back to From Rhythm to Algorithm. We continue on with our derivation, ultimately looking to show the direct iteration of sensorality. Sensorality is our stabilizing syllability. So, continuing on. Sensoration is association. Sensoritionality is as association. So now again we can see association, that ASS, we can just put some space in there, and then we have as association. And so worth pointing out, again, basis is be as is, but we flip that order now, kind of like naturally through churning all of this syllability. And again, syllability is these chunks of letters. And we're trying to show, again, that direct association of these letters to a physical process. We already have the physical process because we're all alive, existing, and we're just trying to put a little band-aid, or not a band-aid, but just like correctly describe something by refining our linguistics, meaning the letters. And so we can add a space, and then sensoritionality is as association, which is inverse of as is. Sensoritionality is as associationality. Sensorality is associationality. Sensorality is synergeticality. What is information to potential? Energy, movement, potential, information related to mass, information related to energy, related to mass. Those are kind of our big three, right? We have charge, that dynamic forms mass. Mass is related to energy. Energy, how is it related to information? Right? How is generosity related to information? Right? Good vibes only. What is information to potential? Invigorating, evaporating. Evaporation disperses. Sensorality evaporates. Evaporation dissolves. Sensoritionality is evaporationality. What is sensoritionality to seasonality? Again, sensoritionality is clearly, again, the present form of sensorality that we are using, but again, we're going to show the direct stabilization of this syllability. And we do so by this iteration, which we completely exhaust what sensorality could be used to describe. And through that churning and completing process, we just literally run out of letters and run out of word forms. Because our basis is finite. And I'm talking about the conceptual basis. In the same way, speciality is any behavior that would elicit somebody calling somebody special. We're trying to get the conceptual basis for the definition. Sensoritionality is sensationality. That is a natural definition. We just take out, again, an OR, an OR. Sensorality is oration. And so now we've paired it to a direct physical process. And again, we're looking for the reduced form. Sensoritionality is observationality. Sensorality is servationality. I said it in the book report video I just uploaded, again, but moot is obvious, and obvious is observation, right? Observations are obvious. Socializing is associating. Associating socializes. Sensorality socializes. What is socializing to sensitizing? Right? Sociality to sensitivity. Right? The more you're exposed to the world, the less sensitive you are. Sensorality sensitizes. Sensitize, sentence. Sensitize, sanitize. Society is social. Sociality is societal. Sensorality is societality. Sensorality, we add a space, is societality. Sensorality is societality. Again, worth pointing out, again, generosity is very literally energy, so, and it. And then we have this so, right? Societality, society, societality. Again, there's nothing else I can say, but it's the same kind of logic. Here's a good one, what is tapping in to locking in, right? If I'm at the WWE, right, a tag team match, right, I'm tapping in, or like it's my turn, right, I'm gonna tap in. But you kind of tap in to lock in, right? You try something and you lock in at the thing you're trying to do. So I'm tapping in to lock in. Again, just the same logical structure. Completion tightens, right? We're reducing all of this logic. We're arriving at a natural definition by exhausting the linguistics. Sensorality is completionality. Completion, contribution. Completion, deletion. Censorship is deletion. Again, the ELE from deletion, right? That's theme. The EME, it's that iteration of the E's. Sensorality is deletionality. Censorship disrupts. A censor is a disruptor, right? And so now when we're in we're on the markets and I'm going to pitch my company to the great Mark Cuban, who I just recently saw again talking about, again, his eyes get all wide. You know, some people are going to use AI to learn nothing at all, and other people are going to use it to learn everything. Who are we talking about, Mr. Cuban? Can I have some money? It's my money. I've earned it. I'm a hardworking American. Can I have some money? Oh, that's right. Your generation is a total fucking joke. But I want to be a good disruptor. How about I want to be a regulator, not a disruptor, physically. But a censor is a disruptor, right? If you're sorting something, if information's flowing in, if it's nudity or if it's bad words or if it's whatever, it's red t-shirts versus blue t-shirts or whatever, right? You're sorting, you're disrupting the flow of something. Again, no explanation matters. We're just arriving at the natural definition. Dispensorality is disruptorality. Right? What's a dispenser to a disruptor? What's a regulator to a disruptor? Like a pressure regulator. Sensorality is disruptionality. But again, once we get to this definition, it's in total generality. And so again, that's what it will accompany the proof. And so no explanation will be needed. But sensorality is disruptionality. What is disruption to distribution? And so, again, no point to try to add any insight because there isn't. Language is literal. We've clearly derived everything, and now we're just exhausting our linguistics to arrive at our natural definition for sensorality, which again I can't emphasize enough, is not a goal. It's not like I'm trying to do that. It's just like I have this attenuation to language. I'm always doing this derivation analysis process, and it's like, might as well write it down, I guess, but it will show the completion of a physical axiom, which is the pinnacle of research. It is like the most you could do. But regardless, my rights continue to be violated. It is profoundly and extensively illegal. All I've asked for this entire time is a little bit of money to eat properly, to sleep properly, which I cannot emphasize, I cannot do. When I go and put my head down and try to sleep, I cannot feel safe because my rights are violated. That is a fact. There is nothing that can resolve that unless you guys stop abusing me. But you guys have just normalized torturing another human being, and you simply cannot care because, well, the NCAA tournament's on, that's pretty fun stuff. But regardless, again, I'm not going to I've said all of the legal punishments that are possible to exist, and I just keep emphasizing each day is a new count, truly. That is what I have for today. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.